We shall see. Oh, there we go. Waiting for little Libby. Go live. You're live. It says it. Wait, there I go. Turn on the torch. Light up the flame. I know that's a little while ago, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create. Again, took me a second. I had to close my eyes to figure out what I was going to say. But that's okay. Got 2 people in the viewers already. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I've got to open up another page and get the speech chat going away and see if I can't see if it says anything about YouTube here. Yeah, it says YouTube. Good. Okay, mute. And now anything you say in the chat room will come up. There's 3 viewers. Thank you for being there. And if you have a request that you'd like to see done, one of the things that I know that I was supposed to do in this particular session was an Illuminati scorpion. But I'm going to wait just a little bit, make sure that person is going to be here before I do that. Now, okay, now we got 4 people watching. That's a good thing. Thank you for being there. And as always, if you have a request and you would like to see it made, never hurts to ask, and I will definitely try to see what I can do to accommodate. Scorpion. So just type in the chat room, say hi to me. That's good to know that there are a few people out there. And what I'm going to do real quick is I've gotten a little bit better organizing skills going on. Not a lot. I'm still cluttered. Hi, Bronan.
Hey, Louis.
Nice for being out there. Again, I'm going to do Illuminati Scorpion is one of the things I'm going to do tonight. And I will also, I was working on today in Twitch, I was working on a horse carousel that I really screwed up, and it really tore up badly. So what I'm going to do today is, a horse carousel. So I don't have to screw it up, and it really doesn't turn out badly, right? Right. Just a matter of time and effort, and I'm sure it can be accomplished. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just straighten up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right before I get to working, I try to get to straightening, so I know about where everything is that I need on the table when I need it. Another thing I think I'll do tonight is the lighthouse. Haven't done one of those in a while, and this one needs to be fixed a little bit. It looks like the top is a little cattywampus, but that's what I'm here for, to show you how to fix some mistakes as well as make your own. Good creations, not mistakes. Well, you're going to make mistakes, but you got to have the good creations along with. So, it's one of the things I did recently. A carrot. Oops, I need to have one more thing up so that I can see what's going on in the room. Yeah, this shows me, carrot. And I put a loop on it so it can hang around somebody's neck if they wanted it to. And I also did this today in Twitch. I made a cat with white ears, white tail, white paws on the sort of like socks on the end of his feet. And that was another little neat thing I did today. But other than that, we're going to get it right into this. First, we're going to work a little bit on this carousel because I want to make it look nice. And it's been a while since I've done a carousel, so it's one of those things that I need to concentrate a little bit harder on. It's like a word you spelled about 4 or 5 times, it got it really good, and then all of a sudden you didn't have to spell it for a very, very long time. And sometimes, yes, you can pull it right back up and boom, it's out, but sometimes you got to phonetically spell it out and make sure everything's right, and so on and so forth. So that's what we're doing right now. So, let's light up let's light the fires and kick some tires, right? Right. We're going to take these off for a little while. Now, first, I'm going to pull this out of here. Oops. I'm probably going to use that horse in the middle there. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger, but the carousel has to go into a piece of tubing this thick, and the only piece of tubing that I have that these fit into is a 9.5 heavy wall. So it does go in there, and this is what is going to be the bottom of the carousel, and it's going to go in and spin. You will see what I'm talking about later on, but at the moment I got to make the base for the top. And if you have any questions while I'm working, just talk to me. I'm just doing some basic live feed. I am trying to do this on a regular basis, and if you have questions or answers or whatever, we'll get to them. So, there we are. I'm going to make a nice Maria here, and that's going to be the middle of the carousel. In the middle of the carousel. Also today I got a delivery from Mountain Glass Art. I ordered some glass on Thursday, and it was here today, which is probably would have been here yesterday if it was at the beginning of the last week that I ordered it. But oh well, can't have everything all the time, right? Right. First, I'm going to make these really long points. These are where the carousel horses are going to be going on. That one's a little bit longer than the other one, so we're going to re-add to this one. There we go. There we go. Okay. Again, if you have any questions or want to talk to me, please do so. I only see Brian Bannon. Okay. 3 people are watching. That's a good thing. Again, I'm making a carousel with 4 horses on it. I'm only going to do the spinning spire and the little spires that the horses will be hanging on. That might work too. Why didn't you think of that? I got an idea. Something that might work even better, but we won't do that this time. Here we go. So Brian, where are you located on the map of the world? As most people know, I am on the east coast of the United States. I've been living out of North Carolina area for most of my life, especially here on the coast. The worst part about that is...
Said, hey.
Hello.
Thanks again for the pendants.
No problem.
They look great.
Thank you.
Collins said, I've used some of the dichro. Brian Bonin said,
Can be some neat stuff. A Fort Worth. Cool. Yeah, that dichro, it's just a few pieces, and
Alex Lovett
I hope you enjoy it.
said, hello, we just wanted to say just got done installing my tile table for my lamp work and your good
All right.
inspiration.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. Just remember, you're going to get cut and you're going to get burned. And once you get past those little small things and learn not to say too many choice words, as I say it, because I learned a long time ago, I have to be really, really out of my anger, which is very, 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 very few and far between, for me to say a few colorful words, as it were. As they said on Star Trek, colorful metaphors.
Alex Lovett said, I'm in NC also.
Oh, what part? Towards the mountains or towards the coast?
Alex Lovett said, LOL, as soon as you said that last night I got cut and burned.
Sorry about that, folks. But it's going to be part of the deal. You got to learn to...
_virulent epidemic said, cheers, Lou.
Thank you, VR. Doctor, sorry. Thank you for being out there. I appreciate it. And it's due to everybody watching and all the subscribers that I do have here on
County NC Mountains.
Okay. Don't get over there too often, but hey, I have friends up that way. I have friends in low and high places. But yeah, this is a crazy idea I had for a carousel horse a long, long time ago. I usually put 4 horses on it, and sometimes I even put 4 of different ones, like a giraffe one time, a seahorse, mermaid type thing.
It's all good, makes the fingers better for work.
Yes, toughen them up. You learn that just learn to put the hot end away, because that is very important. Because if you put it like this, and that hot end's closer to your hand, you always reach for the ends that's closest to you. But if you put it on this pad, after it starts to cool a little bit, think hot no matter what you're looking at, unless you know for sure it's been sitting there for 5+ minutes. Otherwise, you're going to burn your fingers. But just think hot. And it sort of comes calculated after a while, where you say, yeah, that's hot, that's not, that's okay, that is not hot, okay to touch. But still, I make mistakes. And there are close ones too now, where I'll reach in the middle of something where I just did a seal, like these are all sealed together, one right after the other. You can see the little bumps where they're sealed. I'll take those and I'll put it down like that, and then reach in the middle and grab one for one of the seals. I mean, zero, like it was saying, okay, touch it right here. Yeah! You know what I mean.
Alex Lovett said, I have a big tile paste I use for that.
Yep, good. Same idea. Do you have graphite? A graphite pad would work out just as well, and tile will eventually, if it's just for setting it down on, that's fine. But if it's for pressing like I'm doing like this.
Wait to see your work.
Thank you. Also, you could check some of mine on Instagram. I have a lot of pictures there, and also on my my Facebook page. I have an album in my photos of nothing but glassware.
Said, no, I'm using tile and cast iron.
Okay. Just remember, cast iron will contaminate, and the tile will eventually heat and cool, and crack at the spot where you keep pressing. Marble is a conductor like that too, which you can use, but it eventually crumbles down as well. Graphite, it holds up. It will not break down as fast and as furious as other materials will be. So I suggest somewhere down the line, you get even go to on eBay and look for graphite scrap junk. Like this is just a circular disc, and any shape that you can flatten, make Marias with and stuff like that is going going to be worth its weight in the long run. Of course, you can always use, if you have like a graphite paddle, you can use that for a push as well. You know, and also graphite reamers. You can buy the expensive stuff, or just buy the graphite rods and add your own little handles and stuff. Actually, you can get them long enough to where you don't need to even put a handle on it, but these were some that I got somewhere out of a trade. No, I bought some stuff on eBay or something like that. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm just rambling on, but I hope I'm information and not just, really shut up and start working here. Yeah. Got 6 people watching. That's a good thing. Thank you guys for being out there. You do make a difference in my life. Now I'm going to try to find the center here. This is going to be the bottom of the carousel. Got to make sure it's more centered. The only way you do that is by holding it.
Said B. Collins, thank you. We'll try to post soon.
Yeah, also on my Facebook page, Melting Memories is, and most of that information, it's not down there now, but it will be down below. You know, click like, click subscribe, all that sort of rah-rah stuff. I'm just in it to just ramble on. But on I've got a Facebook page called Melting Memories, and for those that are especially familiar with my YouTube channel and also my Twitch channel, if you have stuff that I've inspired you to do and you want to show it off, that would be a place where people like-minded are there to encourage instead of discourage what you're trying to do in life. Okay? And just something to put a heads up out there for that. Now I'm doing the top of the carousel, which is going to be just a horse head at the moment. But later on, I'm going to, if I want to, I can change it into a unicorn head. But this will do the trick. Oops. Almost there. Let me see. Here we go. I just got some more long rod, and that's one of the things I like to do. If you get a scoring knife.
Alex love it.
About middle.
What was the Facebook agent?
Melting Memories is the name of the Facebook page. If you look at some of my older YouTube videos, it will be on this YouTube information later on. It's not under the bio at the moment. Now, when you make a score, you scratch it there. Take your fingers. Score is at 12 o'clock. Your fingers at 6 o'clock, and push away from you. And that makes a snap and clean. You can do it with a file, even a metal file, as long as you have a nice scratch on the... Wetting it will help. It's not a most important part, but it will help in some of the respect. I'm going to just go ahead and melt this in half and melt the other one in half for now. But scoring, it's an important thing to learn how to do with a little bit of practice. And again, score at 12, thumbs at 6. With a rod that size and tubing that size, it should be pretty easy. I will give you demo instructions on bigger tubing at one point and rod, but not at the moment. I got my hands full. Okay, now this is just going to be the head to the horse or unicorn. There we go. Melting it in, making sure that it's going to be there for a while.
Lauren Reese said, "Howdy, Lou."
Hi, Lauren. Good to see you're out there. And it's
Alex love it said, "Okay, thank you. It was good to catch you. Live have to drive now. Y'all have a great night."
Okay. Take it easy, Alex. And it was great that you were there. And if you have some more, like I say, and if you have pictures of your new work, just say hey and put it on the Melting Memories page, and people will get a good kick out of it. Knowing that other people like-minded are enjoying some of my videos as well. You could also say, hey, I got this from Lou making a snail or Lou making a horse, and this is my own interpretation of it. And that's another thing that I try to tell people is what you see on my videos is not written in stone. So if you come up with a better way, thank you. That's what it's all about. I'm just giving you a direction to go in so that you can get started and melt some glass and feel like it doesn't have to be so frustrating. And believe me, when I first started back in 1982, there was no internet. There was no people that you can lean on like you can now. There was no YouTube. So I had my moments of frustration, and all I could do was just work around it and try to come up with something.
Said, will do. I'm excited to share.
Thank you, Alex, and enjoy your day. As always, that's what I love to say. It's my own little saying. I had to try to come up with something new. Everybody has said everything else, and I never heard anybody say enjoy your day until I started it. So hopefully I started it back almost 3 years ago now. Even my little voice saying that
6661 said, will it spin?
Yes, that's the whole idea of this. I will work on the horses a little bit too, but I wanted to first just make the see what's going to go on. It will spin. Just have patience with me. I'm getting loop for loop here. The loops to hang the little horses on right now. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the last two loops here. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-lie. Here we go, loop-de-loo. All right, I won't quit my night job yet. Oh, that's right, I did. Never mind. This is I won't quit my glass blowing job to start singing on a full basis. How's that sound? Does that make you guys feel a little better? Okay, here we go. We're going to do one more of these guys. The humidity level here is like high. It rained a little bit yesterday and everything is just so... That's the thing about the coast here. Humidity level is like, can be anywhere from 90 to 100%. And for those that know what a swamp cooler is, they work in dry areas, but they wouldn't work here. They would just make everything wetter. Okay. That is ready for the next step, and right now I'm just going to flame it out. Might even throw that in the oven for a while. Why? Because I can. And bring it back out when it's necessary. It's spinning quite nicely. It's going to be a little taller than I want it to be, but we'll get back to that. Oop, oop. Oh, darn. My stupid headphones are tangled around some stuff. I brought in some rods to melt down and make, and as I did that, the microphone headset was wrapped around those, and I went to reach over to the other side and I couldn't because of the way it was going. It's okay now, I got it. It's okay, it's okay. We're gonna get there. Okay, back down. And now for something completely different. I think I've got enough people in the room, and I'm going to go ahead and do an Illuminati scorpion. Sound good? And to prove that it's Illuminati, let's see if we got this that'll work here.
B. Collins said, do you use a concentrator or tank?
I use concentrators at the moment. I do have access to tanks. I am getting a home fill system set up to where I will be able to fill tanks, but at the moment, until then, I've got my Carlisle. I also have a Bethlehem Champion that I'm going to start using. I bought it last year, and I still really haven't gotten into doing things with it that I should. But at least I've got it, and it's something that will be worth its weight in the long run, believe me. Okay, now we're going to get into a scorpion, an Illuminati scorpion. Well, no, let's see if I can find. What about this? Nope. What about this one? Oh, that's just the core. Come on, I'm trying to look. That's probably the best idea, is put the flashlight over there to where I can look at this stuff. That one I could probably use. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. That one looks interesting. Let's see if I can grab that one. Nope. Frustrating here. I should have gotten it out beforehand. Let's see. That one is straight. We'll use that. I can grab at it. It's in the bottom and the back underneath the Illuminati that I have. This one looks good. No. What about this one? Oh yeah, this is better. We'll use this for the body. That for the legs, maybe. We'll see. See, it comes out. I'm sorry, but this camera does not pick up the Illuminati too well at all. It looks more purple than the green that is coming out. But believe me, this is going to be a nice little scorpion. No matter what you say, it's going to be a nice little scorpion. First of all, I'm going to put this on the end of a punte.
Amber Libby said, hello, Father.
Hi, Amber. It's nice to see you. Well, it's nice for you to see me. I don't know about me seeing you. Maybe afterwards we can have another little voice chat type thing like we did the last time. This is my daughter. She's up in Michigan. I'm down here in North Carolina. She drops in from time to time and says hello and enjoys watching me work my glass magic. Yeah, magic, right. Okay, I have an idea, and this might turn out quite nicely. And if it doesn't, you're here to see it fail or here to see it survive. Hopefully we're going to see it survive. I had an idea that I just did the other day, and I'm going to copy something from
Amber
it
Libby
to make the actual
said,
body of the
smiley face.
scorpion. Okay. There we go. There's enough for the claws. Now we're gonna flatten it for the body and legs. This should turn out interesting. Bring it back. Kick it up a notch.
T-Poke 6661 said, nice, this was my suggestion last stream.
Okay,
Amber
so
Libby
I'm glad somebody thought of
said,
it.
I got my. Amber Libby said, choir solo.
All right, cool. I'm excited for you. When's the solo? This week or next week? Okay, we're gonna be making the tail and the body out of what you see here. I'm going to do the body first and make the tail out of the rest of it. And here's what you can do with graphite. You can heat and press.
Amber Libby said, this week on the 16th.
All right. That's next. Well, no, that is this week. Yeah. Okay, what we're going to do, use a high precision cutting instrument and the glass. I'm going to make 4 legs on one side and 4 legs on the other side.
Said, what concentrator do you recommend? I am looking to buy in Bakery XL Home Fill 10 LPM.
Well, I am partial. 1, 2, 3. I need to do one more here. I am partial to the one that I have, which is, and I can't tell you right off the top of my head. It's an Aircept high intensity, life intensity, excuse me. Aircept life intensity 10 liter per minute concentrator. It works out really, really well. The one I got was used, and it was like for $400, and it's been worth its weight. If you have a medium range torch, they work out really, really well. I have at my availability right now, if I wanted to turn on another 10 liter per minute, I could, which would be, then I would have 20 going on, which is heavier duty PSI, and just a way to do things. Now I made the cuts in this thing, and that made sure that there was room for each one of these legs. And I'm not going to do a lot of detail for the legs, but I'm going to see what I can do to bring them out a little bit more. Oops. But I'm excited for you about your solo. I'm glad you got it, Amber. I am not sure about other oxygen concentrators.
Said, 3 ducks have hatched.
All right. How many more are you expecting? They've been incubating some eggs. They got them like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And they've been incubating them. They got ducks, mallard ducks, probably mandarin ducks, and a few others. I'm not sure which. And probably even some other chickens. You got some chickens in there too, or just the ducks? Warming this up and nipping at it. 1, 2, 3.
Amber Libby said, tons more.
Wow. This might not turn out. It was something I was trying.
Said, and pheasants and silkies.
Ah, silkies. My favorite out of all of them. When we were growing them, or when we were raising them, I called them fuzzy rocks because they were chickens that looked like they had fur instead of feathers, and it's just fuzzy feathers on them. And so I called them a fuzzy rock. And I told Amber's mother many a time, you're only allowed so many animals. And of course she always went over that limit, so anything after that I considered just fuzzy rocks. Whether they be dogs or whether they be chickens or whatever. She always went over the limit. Always. Never knew when to, I never knew when to say no, but I tried. Never listen to me.
Said, is Melting Memories a public page, Lou?
Yes. Well, actually, no, you have to join it. And all you have to do is ask, and I usually let people join it fairly easy. It's not like, I'll say, no way! But yes, you can even, I don't even think you have to join to add to the page, but it's just a way of joining the crowd, letting you know who else is doing glass blowing. Well, this is turning out interesting. The legs are really, even for a spider, that would turn out pretty interesting, I think. Don't you? Wait a minute, where am I at? There we go.
Amber Libby said, I smell like an incubator.
Well, yeah, they didn't really smell that great, did
Amber
they?
Libby said, LOL.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make this the back end. And we'll make the other side the front end. One of those things you don't know until you do it, that you realize that's the way it's going to go. I'll just add a half a dozen sections to this back here. I was hoping that the person that had suggested the scorpion would be on the page tonight, and I said that I would, the next time I came on, that I would do it. So I try to keep my promises. There are some times it gets a little bit painful to try to keep your promises. Sometimes, but not always. Get that going here. Make a half a dozen of the little bulbous thingies for the tail. I know it's not looking much like one yet, but it will by the time I finish. Have faith. So actually, I kind of like the way that the legs in the middle came out. Almost like a face hugger. If anybody doesn't know what that is, refer to Aliens. There we go. A couple more of these, and we're going to let that go.
Tpoke6661 said, it's cool to see you work. Enjoy your streams. GLQD. I found your channel. Tpoke6661 said, glad. Amber Libby said, I will wear the earrings that the girl from TMI Glass gave me to my concert.
Oh, your earrings, yes. Yeah, we met her. She was here last summer when Amber was here. I just happened to see her on I think it was a Torch Talk YouTube feed, and she said she was down here in North Carolina. I said, where? I'm here on the coast, and we met for like a lunch and had a good day. It was fun. And she went earlier to the sea aquarium over there on the beach, and gave me the ticket, and it had a return deal where anybody could go in and return on the same day. So that's what I did, and bought my daughter a kitty ticket, and went to town and saw they had dinosaurs over there. That was fun.
Amber Libby said, B-dubs was delicious.
B-dubs? Buffalo Wild Wings? Or did you have something new for lunch, for supper tonight that I don't know about? Okay. Got to stretch out these legs a little bit. Bring it a little bit more forward. Oops. It's not a perfect scorpion, but it's pretty cool. That's where an artist's license come in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just something that looks like, oh, that's a scorpion, yeah. Well, that's what
Amber
I gotta do.
Libby said, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah.
Zanin Hamish said, haha, B-dubs. I like that.
BWs. Buffalo. Now I catch it. BWs. Got it. Stupid me. Okay. Give me another two. You know, dock another two points off my intelligence score. I'll let you. I'll let you this time. That's one thing about the newer generation. Instead of typing it all out, they come up with great abbreviations. Sometimes I know what she's saying, and other times it's like, what was that? Like Buffalo Wild Wings. BWs. Got it. Now I got it. Okay. Now this is looking good. I appreciate you being out there, guys. We got 11 people watching. Yay! Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ask questions. If you have a comment or something that you're having trouble with and you want me to talk to you personally, we can work that out, and I might be able to help you. I've tried to help several people out that way. I believe in a little bit of TLC never hurts. Okay, we got the tail going on. We got to get the claws going on now. And then this baby will be done. Okay. There's one. Yes, I tend to do that from time to time. I count as I do these things. Like, yeah, how many more do you have to put on? 16. Okay, so now we got 2. Itch. Always happens. I keep doing it for some reason and misplaced the, there we go. Now let's get the other claw going on.
Zanin Hamish said, looks really good so far.
Thanks, Zanin. That's Xenon, right? Xenon. That's I know. Computer type, computer voice activate. Never mind. Doesn't know everything. I know what it's saying now. Xenon. Okay. Another claw. And if anybody's interested in any of my work and would like to buy it, this is how I'm trying to make my living nowadays, so every little bit helps. Got bills to pay, electricity to keep going. And I know I've done it before and I can do it again. I've got some shows coming up, like this weekend. There's the very first time that, well, the Curb Market is a local curb market on 13th Street in Morehead City, North Carolina, that has been closed forever because of the storm, Florence coming through. Francine, yeah, that tells you how long ago I'm at. Yeah. And anyway, they finally got the roof on. They finally got everything ready to go. So this weekend is going to be the first weekend that it's going to be up and ready for show. And I'm going to go and set up as early as possible and be there for its grand opening if I can.
Said, and his work is great. My kids and wife wear his pendants daily.
I tell people if you wear it, you will get compliments. Is what I tell people. Oh, this thing is going to be.
Libby said, oh no, not the Curb Market.
Well, yes, the Curb Market. You don't have to go. You're not here. I do. So there. And it should get a big get a big hoop-de-doo because it's been out of service since the hurricane. So it should be a good crowd, and every bit of money that comes in, it'll be money that comes in. So I'm good. I'll be happy with that. No problem. Okay, one scorpion done. And let me go ahead and I think I'm going to try to do the base
Amber Libby.
For the
LOL.
The base for the carousel. And if somebody has an idea or a question or something that they'd like to see made, never hurts to ask, and I'll see what I can do about making it for you. Sound good? Sound good. Now, here's something. Sometimes you've got a piece of tubing and you want to open it up. What you do is you heat up just the tip, pinch and pull real fast. Okay? And as you pull real fast, then you can nip it off into your cullet, whatever. And that should have created a opening. I say that and it's going to close up before I can make it opening. Sometimes it can, if you do it right, thin it right out really quick, even, and nip it, it usually comes out really, really good and really fast. But at least there was a hole there that I could open up and keep going. Now, what we're going to do is flare this out into a pedestal for the carousel. A little bit more flame going on. Let's see if I can make this look pretty. Not pretty ugly. A little bit more. Keeping it centered and spinning quite nicely is the main part. Do it right, it looks really, really nice and round. You do it wrong, and it's going to get kawampy on you, and you don't want it kawampy on you. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. There we go. I think that's going to be enough for the base. We'll see. Okay, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, grippers. Here we go. With my luck, it's going to be too close, but we're going to try it anyway. Yeah, that's going to be too close, darn it.
Zanin Hamish said, I've been wondering if you can make a marble or pendant with a solar system inside it. Not a
solar
galaxy,
system,
but planets and a sun.
You would.
T-Poke6661 said, the Scorpion looks great. Where can I contact you to see about purchasing?
Through my email address. Through I also have PayPal, and PayPal me type thing. I also have Instagram. I also have and Messenger on Facebook is a good way to get a hold of me. And just befriend me, and I'll talk to you guys. Also, you might want to mention, if you do that, that you saw me on YouTube, because there's a lot of people out there that want to friend you and don't have any address or where they live or anything like that. And those are the ones I got to go, do I really want them for a friend? But there's some of you glass blowers that's just starting out on Facebook, so I understand that too. I sucked in a little bit, and there's a reason for that. I don't know if you can see it. Let it cool down a little bit, but there's a little bit of a hill or right there in the middle of that, and that's going to stress that out a whole lot, but it will help out in the long run to to make the carousel. Trying to get that spinning centered here. I might even add a little bit more to the legs. That's looking good. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more to the base there. Yeah, I'm going to add some little stars like I did branching out. Or I guess I could just put some round balls. That's what I'll do. A half a dozen round, or 8 round balls. This will work. This is just to give it a wider base. You don't want it to topple over on you while you're trying to spin it. And if it needs a bigger base than that, we'll work on that too.
6661 said, what is your email?
Man of Glassfire at Gmail. And it's going to be on the information at the bottom of the screen. And if you look on another one of my YouTube videos, the information is already there. I do a half a dozen things like my Facebook name, my Instagram name, my YouTube, and also my Twitch name, which is Man of Glassfire as well. I just started Libby a long time ago with YouTube and just kept with it. That's all. I think that should be enough for those. I just gotta make sure they're rounded in enough. There we go. Press it in. And that should be enough for those. Let's go ahead and leave that to the side for right now. Flame it out for a little bit. Okay. Marble and or pendant. Wasn't that something you had in mind?
New here, hello all. Zanin Hamish said, hey.
Matthew, good to see you, and join. Welcome to our little glass party, as it were. You will find out that I might be a little cluttered, as you can see, but I have a lot to show off and help others along the way. I'm not here to say that you'll never be able to do this stuff. I'm here to say that if you try long enough, you can do whatever you want to.
Thanks, I will send you an email.
Sounds like a plan. We're probably talking in about the $20 range for that. And with the Illuminati, that's a steal. I don't like this. Plus shipping, which is a little bit more, not much. Okay, now, oh yeah. Marble. Oh, with, I'm going to have to work on that one, Zenon. Give me a couple of days and I'll see what I can come up with.
That's clean compared to my bench. LOL.
Actually, since I've moved to my new shed, and you will look in my old videos that I have this really dark place, but as you can see right now, I'm in a brighter area and wood paneling on the walls, and it's closer to my house. I say that, and the other one, my other shed is in the back of my yard. This is in the front of my yard, near my back steps. So it's like easier to. If I had to go to the bathroom real quick, it's like toom toom instead of where it takes a minute or so to get from the back to the front, and then less time the better sometimes with me. Okay. As far as the marble is concerned, Zenon, I will think and concentrate on it, and I will get back to you on when I can and if I can come up with it. I think I can, because I can do all the little round balls to go into the galaxies. It's the sun that's going to be a little fun, but I have some nice yellow that I can probably make into a sun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to have to be larger than larger than an inch, and most of the stuff I do at this point is an inch or smaller in my marbles. So it will be a little bit of a stretch, but I think I can do it. I've got enough for the miniature marbles that I can encase in to make the thing all look like it's supposed to. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. One more thing, and then I'm gonna call it.
Matthew Long said. Burrow. Zanin Hamish said.
Yes, it's all boro.
Sounds good. Even without the sun would still be cool.
All the little bubbles in there could be made into, or encased in. I could probably, I didn't think of that. I could probably make some little tiny quartz beads that go inside for the actual planets. But the only colors that I'll be able to make the quartz beads are like a yellow or a pink in color. Maybe I could do a couple different ones. Yellow, pink. I can probably do some little tiny blue things. We'll see how that turns out. That'll be interesting. That will be a challenge. I like the way you're thinking. Of course, it's going to be a pain in the lower extremity to come up with all the... But it's been put on the back burner, as I call it, and it will happen.
Said, I heard Gibson opals are the way to make planets inside a galaxy marble.
Yeah, you can do those too. I myself like also the way to do a galaxy marble. Matter of fact, I can do a miniature galaxy marble real quick. I got to get my my dichro out, and of course it's not. Oh, here it is. This is a way I can do a galaxy marble. Gives you a little idea. Let's find what. Finding the right one. This has got a lot of gold in it, so that'll be some interesting star twinkling going on. Of course, when you...
Andrew Cooper said, Lou, quick question, would your budget torch work with a 5-liter oxygen concentrator?
Yes, it will. It will help you to melt glass. I have a student right now that is using a 5-liter per minute concentrator and playing with it and getting some good results. It's not going to be hot and heavy and hard to not. You won't be able to melt big stuff, but there's also another thing that you can get down the road. The tips that I was using, the cutting tips that I was using, I found out that was a -1. They also make -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And I have some new ones that I have not really tried out to check it out because he's actually borrowed my budget torch. I'm letting him borrow my budget torch and try to do some glass blowing with it for himself. Okay, there it is. I was looking for these. I'm going to make a quick galaxy marble, and I'll work on the lighthouse thing tomorrow. There we are. Dichro, face up, and I call the face up. It's the side that you can see the edge, right to the edge of the dichro. If you see the actual corner edges along with, that means the film side is down, but the way you want it is film side up. This will be really cool and quick and easy. I think we can do this. Kick it up a notch just a little bit. And all I'm going to put in this thing is the dichro for the galaxy. And I pray that it should work out pretty nice.
Thank you.
Let's see what we can do here. To make the Maria. Bringing it down. Oh yeah. Pressing it in. Now we're going to go ahead and... Oh, there's a little bit of crap on the bottom of this. Get out of there. What are you doing in my glass? Okay. Nice and molten. And now press it right, the dichro right in there. Boom. And now that film is protected and not going to get burnt as often or as easy. And now I'm going to add a lot of clear glass over that. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to layer a little bit of clear glass over that. Not a lot. Just for protection of the dichro. Oops. Just for protection of the dichro. There we go. Now the fun begins. You got to hear that Chubby Checker song. Twisting like we did last summer. Twisting like we did months more. We got an air bubble going on. So I'm trying to get out of it right now. There's like an air bubble or air. Yeah, an air bubble in there. Hopefully I can pinch it out. That's a good idea. Use the pinchers. Tweezers. There we go. Popped it right on out of there. That's good. Now, ready for this? I think I can do this. Done it a few times. Sometimes it does come out looking like ash. But we shall see. Get it nice and molten. And do you remember what I've done with the snails? To do the sides of the snails? You're going to do this to the side, well, in the middle of the galaxy here. Touch down and twist. And continue twisting. Now just add a lot of glass over it and a lot of glass under it. Layer it all in. Yeah, I think it got a little bit ashed, but there'll be some sparkling glitter in it as well. Should probably put some Illuminati in it as well because I have some on the table. And that would give it a nice, interesting glow after the fact. Doesn't look like much. And it won't until you get it all into all rounded out and looking, well, you'll see. It'll have some nice twist and swirl going on. Okay, there we are. Let's put the back half of this. Now, when you've got a marble mold like this, and you know it's going to be down to about an inch size, but it's got kind of a lot of legs and bumpy bits on it, what you can do is go to the one that's a little bit larger than that and spin it around to take off a lot of the edges. And it'll make it a little bit easier spinning in the smaller one later on. I don't know if you can see that. But the dichro is a swirling. The glow, it doesn't help it as much as it could, but it's in there. When you get the whole thing, you'll see after a little bit longer. We'll add the other part of this thing, or the bottom part. Right. Just to make this go a little bit faster, I'm going to go ahead and kick on another concentrator. Why? Because I can. 1 minute it's going like a little bit, and then you'll hear it start to really kick in and chew up a little bit more flame. Now the oxygen will get a little bit unpure, but then get back to pure again after a little bit. And sharpen up and just melt a little faster. Most of the stuff that I do on my show, I do with just a 10 liter per minute concentrator. But having a little bit extra sometimes never hurts. Well, we got 13 people watching. That's a good thing. I appreciate you being out there. It does make a difference. And again, I'm going to keep trying to do these live feeds more and more often, even this summer, unless it's really, really, really stinking hot. But I do have an air conditioner out here to take the edge off. So maybe we'll still come out here anyway. Okay, again, you can round it off in the bigger one first, and then round it a little bit more in the smaller one. You really can't see it, but it has some nice swirling going on. This one was simple. This was just to give you effect. It wasn't to be perfect. Okay, a little bit. Kick out a little bit more. There we go. There we go. It'll melt a whole lot faster and easier for me now. And if you want it to make it more of a teardrop shape, you tilt it downward. If you want to make it more of a ball, you tilt it upward like that. And it rounds into itself, very much so. Having a marble mold is not the most important thing, but it does help. And you can make these out of wood as well, but just keep them well soaked with water. And the water will not really cause problems. If you've ever watched glass blowers work, if you have some made out of cherry wood or something like that, that would be a good mold to make marble molds out of. All you need is a round circle. You don't need it to be completely round. As you can see, that's just a semicircle, and that's all I'm doing is spinning it in the round, and it comes out closer to being round. It's not perfect, as it were. It's not perfect. There we go. Let's check out this side now. Interesting. Got like a comet or something going on with airlines. Trying to pop an air bubble there. Got it. I won't pop the other one. I kind of like it. It'll still be there. Probably round into itself. Now most people who do marbles like to do just the XY type axis, which is the top and bottom spinning like I'm doing. And I do it I do it all the way around. I don't just do it on the top, but I also hit the east-west axis on some of these, if that gives you a little idea. And where I put a cold seal here, tap it off, and now I do the east-west instead of north-south. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Round and round it goes, and it's spinning not just in one direction. As you can see, I'm going all over the place with it, up, down, sideways, and that helps it become a little bit more round. And you'll find high and low points when you spin it in there. Let me see if I can do this. You can't see it. Maybe you can see it in the light where it has ripples and stuff. Look at the overhead light, and you can see the ripples in the glass itself as I'm spinning it. Now, what you do is you make sure you heat it up really, really glowing. And spin it again. Now it's getting it nice and round, top to bottom, side to side. And now I got to heat it up a little bit on the other way, or on the other side here. Oh, need another punte. Everything's at my arm's reach. I'll have to show you my setup so that you can get an idea. I have rods at my right hand, but all I have to do is look and say I want a piece of green and just reach into a cup that has nothing but green, and another cup that has nothing but blue, and another cup that has nothing but this size tubing in it, and another cup that has this size and bigger pieces of tubing in it. And if I need, no, rod, excuse me. And then if you needed tubing, it's in another cup. Same idea. All I have to do is just sort of look and reach. Look and reach. Organization, even though I may not be the organized here, having some levels of organization to where you can find mostly everything helps out in the long run on your in your artwork. So, because you have to sit there and look at it, look for it for 20 minutes instead of finding it, which is no fun. And I think I'm going to call that done. But you can see the dichro in there. You can see the light not rippling. Oh, there's a couple of ripples. Just a matter of slowly turning. And that eliminates a lot of it. Oh yeah. Now tap that off, fire polish it, and put that in the oven. Got to get the Punte chip in the right place so that I can fire polish it. There we are. And that's done. Okay. Done, done, and done. And with that, I'm going to call it quits for the night, guys. Don't want to make these too long and not too short, but I try to get a little bit of everything done. Tomorrow I will get into doing the lighthouse like I promised. And, well, I promised to do it today, but I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. This turned out really, really nice. That needs to go in the oven tonight. And again, let's see if we can make it. That's the one thing about this. Let me see. Yank this off. Oh, it's not going to do it right. Hold it a sec. Let's see if we can turn out a little bit of the light here. There we go. I'm in the dark. Maybe that'll help
Andrew Cooper said,
show this off a
will
little
that
better.
Be on here or Twitch?
The lighthouse will be on here. The Twitch stuff is a little bit different, but yeah, that turned out really, really nice. Sweet. It still doesn't show up like it does in real life. I'm going to have to get me another camera to show off the Illuminati stuff. There we go. Can't keep it in the dark, but that looked pretty good. I'm excited about it. Doing those legs that way made sure that I had room for every single leg, and it worked out really, really nice. But anyway, guys, thanks for being out there. As always, I enjoy the crowd and the company.
Andrew Cooper said, the scorpion is awesome, grinning face.
But again, if you have a suggestion of what you'd like to see me make, also if you want to show off some of your work, don't forget Melting Memories page on Facebook. And also you could leave comments here and I will try to get to them. Don't forget to click like, click subscribe, and also help me over there on Twitch. I'm up to almost 100 followers. Well, I'm up to 90 some odd followers. And I got to start getting subscribers on that thing. I haven't quite done that yet, but that's down the road as well. And we shall see. Just a matter of time. Thanks for being there, guys. As always, carpe vitro, and enjoy your day.